Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, come on, man. Good morning, or whatever time of the day it is. Helpful Veteran is my name. Today we're going to talk about, on this episode of my VA disability claim, what we're going to talk about is secondary conditions, right? Filing for secondary conditions. And again, I am the Helpful Veteran, and this whole channel is just information to kind of help you navigate that VA claims process. Information to help people to get from point A to point B, right? To go from unapproved to approved, to go from 10% to 50%, right? 50% to 80%. We have information to help you file for things like clothing allowance, right? To help you write statements to the VA. I'm trying to create a world of tools and weapons for veterans to get their benefits. That's what this is. A world of weapons for veterans to get their benefits. That's what this is. Knowledge is the weapon, baby. Come on now. You know how we playing out here. You know how we playing. Use this knowledge to get your money, right? Throughout my experience with veterans, I've helped thousands of people. And it was just all passing along knowledge in a way that people can understand it. Then they can use it as their own. Started with me giving people checklists. You know what I mean? Like, hey, yo, this is what you need to do. This is what you got to go get. Boom, just get these things, come back to me. And that way we were working on the case together. And then at the end, victory. You know, but it was about from the beginning getting clear on what we're trying to achieve, right? The three elements, right? The first element, the second, the third. Or if it's like an employment resource, something like that, getting clear up front. What are we trying to get? What is the goal? Right. So again, we got all that information at the Carter Hughes Knowledge Institute under that Helpful Veteran section. We got the guidebook, all that stuff there. Today, as you can see, we're talking about secondary conditions. Keeping it simple, as always. Everything we do, man. Come on now. You know how we do it. You know how we do it. Simple, to the point, get your money. Simple, to the point, get your money. That's all. Secondary conditions. All right, what you got to keep in mind is most disabilities, or many of them, are not standalones. Meaning, once you get the disability, it doesn't just kind of remain as that and that's it statically for the rest of your life. Nah, disabilities kind of evolve, you know, sometimes they evolve into additional disabilities, right? So when that happens and you have a service-connected disability, let's say back pain, right? Lower back condition, lumbrosis, whatever the case is, I'm service-connected for lumbrosis, right? And me being so affected in the world by my back, it's making me depressed. It makes me have anxiety when I meet new people because I'm uncomfortable, right? With this limp, with this abnormal gait that I have. So that disability, that service-connected back condition, lumbrosis, right? Lower back pain, lumbrosis, whatever the case, has evolved now into not just a back condition, but a back condition and a mental health condition. Right? On the physical side, you would often see this with the lower extremities, right? The right knee, the right hip, and then eventually the left knee, the left hip goes because of the overcompensation. This one is weaker, so I'm leaning on the other one more, right? And over time, now this one weakens as well. Again, these disabilities can evolve into additional disabilities. So when this happens, what can you do as a veteran? You can file a claim for those additional disabilities, right? Folks don't know that, but again, that's what we're here for, baby. We're giving the information. Go take the weapon and go get your money, man. Come on now. We know what time it is, baby. You know, interesting times right now in this country. It'll shift back in it'll shift back. Bro, I've been alive for a while. It'll shift back in about 2-3 years. So right now it's important to protect yourself. Right? To make sure that you are good to go medically. And if there is something that's bothering you based on that service-connected condition, understand, hey, you can get medical coverage for that new condition as well, right? So again, as time passes, these disabilities can evolve into additional disabilities. So what you would need to do, additional disabilities, meaning there's a medical diagnosis.
Do you think the VA claims process can be difficult, stressful, or even chaotic at times? If so, we made the Before You File guidebook to help you keep your claim simple and organized. The VA claims process can make you feel overwhelmed, frustrated, or even pissed off. So we made the Before You File micro learning course to help you feel comfortable and confident when you walk into that office to file your VA claim. Get the products and enjoy the benefits. Now back to the show.
Right? So let's say I had ED, right? Erectile dysfunction, or I had female arousal disorder, right? Let's say I was service connected with that from service. Time goes on. Socially, I'm on the scene. Anxiety, uncomfortable meeting people because of these conditions, right? That discomfort meeting people leads to depression ultimately because of that primary condition, service connected condition, right? The sexual dysfunction disorder condition leads to that anxiety, leads to depression. What happens is if you get a medical diagnosis for that anxiety, depression, whatever that secondary condition is, then you can file a claim for it. All right? That's how this works. So again, make sure you're good to go. Check your service-connected conditions and check to make sure they haven't evolved into additional disabilities. All right? Then what you would do is 3 steps. Or 3 ways that you can get that nexus opinion letter. That's a critical piece. You see it. A critical piece of evidence when you're filing a secondary claim is for a doctor to say, in my medical opinion, I believe this new condition is related to the service-connected condition, right? In my medical opinion, I believe this new condition, disability, is related to this veteran's service-connected condition, disability. That's what you'll need. That's called a medical nexus letter, nexus opinion, right? Medical nexus opinion. You can get that from a healthcare provider, and they're just clearly stating that that first condition caused or aggravated this new condition. All right? One way to get that is to write it for your doctor and then get your doctor to sign it. There's a lot of tools out here to help you create statements. Come on now. Even on our site, we got tools to help you create statements, right? Generate statements. So that's number 1, write the statement yourself, get the doctor to sign it. Number 2, ask your doctor to write that medical nexus opinion for you, right? And then number 3, go to a veteran nexus clinic. In this year, 2025, these things are available now for the veteran because doctors understand that there is a need of veterans to get medical nexus letters. Doctors, I would assume, get paid for. I've never done it, but I would assume you pay them some money, they'll give you the nexus opinion letter, and then you're on your way. This is America, man. I mean, it is what it is, but you want to be aware of these things, all right? So looking back, what we've covered is that secondary condition, right? How does the secondary condition happen? A service-connected condition that you have evolves into an additional disability, right? That service-connected disability evolves into an additional disability. When you get a medical diagnosis for that additional disability, now you can file a secondary claim for it. First, you need that medical diagnosis. Once you get that medical diagnosis, now you need a medical nexus opinion, a letter from a healthcare provider stating, in my medical opinion, I believe this is related to the service-connected disability, right? You can still file it without that, but we would always suggest having that, an additional kind of shield, an additional, you know what I mean, to help you get this thing approved. So getting that medical opinion. How can you do it? You can write it and then get your doctor to sign it, or you can ask your doctor to write it for you if you got a good rapport. We always suggest having a good rapport with your doctor, right? Most doctors kind of understand this veteran world that exists, this veteran ecosystem. So number 1, write it for them, get the doctor to sign it. Number 2, ask the doctor to write the letter for you. And then number 3, go to a veteran nexus letter clinic. Those are the 3 options, huh? Information, learn it, use it, and if you deem it to be valuable, share it. That's what this is for, right? I've used this information to help thousands of people. I put it online so I can help millions of people. That's the point of this shit, man. Come on now. Come on. That's the point of this thing, baby. So pass along the information if you deem it to be valuable. Simple, concise, the helpful veteran. Check out the website, right? We got more tools, more resources. Check out the channel. More videos, more lessons about this, that, about the other thing as well. We got some career stuff on here. We got some self-improvement stuff on here. We got some just being black stuff on here, you know. Even if you're not black, check it out. Yeah, come on, baby. Hey, have an incredible day.